So good afternoon everyone. This is the second lecture to Introduction to Physics. So as we have already discussed that physics is taken from Greek word physike, means knowledge of nature. Physics deals with physical quantity. Now the question arises in your mind, guys, what is physical quantity? If you have not seen the first video, first I'll suggest you go to that video where I have defined another thing about physics and what are the scope, what are the excitements of physics, and this is the second lecture of that series. So guys, physics deals with physical quantity. So what the question should come in your mind, what is physical quantity? Any quantity in this world which can be measured, guys, comes under the category of physical quantity. Like if I say that distance, you can measure the distance. Like I can say that speed is also a physical quantity. Like I said, volume is also a physical quantity. So those quantity which can be measured directly or indirectly is physical quantity. Now guys, the first topic of class 11th is units and dimension. So units and dimension, or sometimes you say measurements, units and measurements. So what is this measurement, what is this unit, what is this dimension? We will try to understand these things first. So guys, unit I will discuss later. First I'd like to tell you what is measurement. You have in day-to-day life you have seen that many things, like sometimes when you go to market, you ask a shopkeeper to give 5 kg of potato, 2 liter of kerosene oil, or some type you go to petrol pump and ask 2 liter of petrol you need. So these all things, guys, they have a standard with which they will compare and give it to you. So measurement is basically a process in which we compare amount, what we will compare any quantity with the help of a standard quantity. Like you have a standard, with the help of this standard you can measure the unknown quantity. So measurement is a process with the help of which you can compare unknown with the help of a standard quantity. So I have written, it is a process in which we compare amount of a physical quantity with a standard or known quantity. That means measurement is a comparison. I can say that measurement is basically a comparison between a standard and unknown. Measurement basically a comparison between standard and unknown. Like if you measure milk, you have to take a liter as a measurement unit, that is standard. So if you want to measure any length, you have to take meter as a standard unit. So any physical quantity can be expressed by two things, guys. Like if I say that 5 kg, so 5 is a numeric value and kg is its unit. So any physical quantity can be expressed in terms of two things. One is numeric value, guys, and other is unit. Like I say 5 kg of mango, this 5 is your numeric value and unit is kilogram. So any quantity is written as numeric value n into u, and in latter half you will see that this nu product remains constant. That means n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. With the help of this simple formula, guys, you can solve some question of JEE Mains also. I will show you how you can proceed the JEE Mains question with the help of this formula. N1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. Later it will help you to convert one quantity, means one unit, to another unit. Now I'm talking about, guys, unit. Here the term I have mentioned, unit. What is the unit? Unit, you have to understand, any physical quantity can be measured with respect to a standard magnitude of same physical quantity. Like I have to measure length, so I have to take a meter scale and I will measure, that is a standard for measuring length, meter scale. So guys, any physical quantity that can be measured with respect to a standard magnitude of same physical quantity which has a constant magnitude, that is called a unit. So that is here, meter scale is the length of unit. Similarly, kilogram is the unit mass. SI unit is kilogram. So if you have to measure mass of anything like 5 kg mango, 2 kg onion, all these things, this you have to measure in terms of standards of mass. Now guys, what is the important characteristics of a unit? Like any unit, if you say that, what is the characteristics of this unit? The first thing, it should be well defined. Unit should be well defined. It's not like that if you are in India, that things is measured in meter, but you go to USA, that is the other unit they will use. You go France, they use their own system. No guys, that is internationally accepted, and it should be well defined throughout this world. It should be easy accessible and reproducible. Accessibility is also very simple and easy, and it can be reproduced. Like you have seen guys, now sometimes when you go to market, you have 1 kg standard written, and some stones actually is placed in place of that. This is 1 kg standard unit, and this stone, sometimes they use that and they measure this, so they can be reproducible also. As well as I can say that guys, like when I will discuss about details of the units, so I'll discuss these things: what is mass, what is length, what is time, what is temperature. I'm not including in this video, but in next video I definitely include a basic definition of the mass, which is actually not known by most of the students. They just say that quantity of matter present inside a body is mass. But how mass comes, actually guys, you should understand how length can be derived. Like if I give you some hint of that things, so guys, there is platinum iridium alloy, which is standard for measuring 1 kg. Length can be measured in terms of speed of light. Similarly, time, all temperature, all things can be measured with the terms of some standard. That's why I have to discuss that is in detail. Now guys, first thing about the unit, it should be well defined throughout the world. It should be easy accessible and reproducible. Size of unit must not be too large, not too small. Like you can say, sir, second is very small unit, so why you have not taken minute as a unit? Because guys, if you have to measure the simple pendulum's time period, that is 2 seconds. So the smallest thing you can measure without any difficulties, and bigger thing you can measure. That's why time SI unit is second. Similarly, length SI unit is meter, not kg or not centimeter, meter. So guys, a kilometer, you cannot say that. Kilometer is not the unit of length, that is SI unit. I'm talking about meter. So mass, kilogram, you cannot say the gram or milligram. No, mass is kilogram. So we will discuss one by one. It should not change with time and other physical condition like pressure, temperature and humidity. So if I am defining units, so it should not change. So that's why platinum iridium is taken for mass measurement, because platinum iridium is an alloy which actually not easily changes its physical states or condition with temperature, pressure and humidity, all the things. So guys, these are the characteristics of unit you have to keep in mind. Now, physical quantity. What physical quantity is? Any quantity that can be measured is physical quantity guys, directly or indirectly. Now, physical quantity can be classified into two types. What are those? Fundamental quantity and derived quantity. Apart from that fundamental and derived quantity, there is supplementary quantity, plane angle and solid angle, which I am not going to discuss here, because the basic things you have to understand about fundamental quantity and derived quantity is the two classification of this physical quantity. Fundamental quantity, these are those quantity which are independent of any other. They does not depend on any other quantity. These quantities are those quantity which cannot be further resolved into any other quantity or further derived in terms of any other quantity. So there are 7 fundamental quantities guys. Fundamental quantity are independent quantity. You can say that they are independent from any other quantity. So there are 7 fundamental quantity. I have written the name of those fundamental quantity. In next lecture, I will define complete explanation of length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, amount of substances. That video is actually giving more insight of these things, but in this video I have just included the basic things of the fundamental quantity, guys. So first fundamental quantity, I can say that length. So SI unit of length is, only I have written SI unit, guys. Okay, I have written SI unit only. So length SI unit is meter and notation is L. Why I'm using notation here, guys? This notation help you to find out dimension of the quantity. Mass SI unit is kilogram and its notation is capital M. In dimension I will write mass capital M. Time SI unit is second and notation is T. Temperature SI unit is Kelvin and notation is K or theta. Current ampere, I or A. Guys, one thing student can ask, sir, charge should be the fundamental quantity, but guys, earlier, before 1971 conference that happens in Geneva, before that conference, the charge is taken as a basic quantity, but nowadays, guys, current is taken as, this is actually the things you have to keep in mind. Charge is not the fundamental quantity, current is taken as a fundamental quantity. Luminous intensity, it is SI unit is candela and symbol notation is CD. Amount of substance is mole and it is mole only. Now derived quantity are those physical quantity, guys, which depends on fundamental quantity like area, volume, force, acceleration, etc. So I have just one thing to say here. These derived quantity has dimension. I'm going to make a separate video on all the dimensions, not including those dimensions here. But guys, like I'm telling you, suppose if you have to represent volume, so guys, volume you can write as area, length into breadth into height. Length can be written as L, breadth is also L, and this is also L. So L3 is the dimension of the volume. So you can write, guys, M0 L0 T, M0 L3 T to the power 0 is the dimension of volume. So this way you can express derived quantity. And there are two other quantity which is supplementary quantity like plane angle and solid angle, because this fundamental quantity and derived quantity cannot define some angles. So that is why plane angle and solid angle also taken into consideration. So this is the second lecture, guys. So I'm just introducing the terms length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity and amount of substance. Its respective unit you have to keep in mind, notation you have to keep in mind, and in next video lecture I will discuss